Huh? Ah, there we go. Good old NVIDIA broadcast. Hello, Hans Meyer. Any OST wishes? Terraria and Calamity mod? You know what, Terraria OST sounds fun. I don't hear shit. There we go. This is a Terraria song? I heard this in so many YouTube videos. That Path VFX was okay? Nice. Fortnite dance music OST? How does that go? Scribe only in Do's and Boos. Mozartstraße 4+4. Never heard of that. Anyway, today we wanna start decorating the overworld. That means we're gonna put more of the Yoshi villages around. Before I put any Yoshi villages around, I have to beat the first Bowser level. Okay, I was making sure everything works fine, testing-wise, which is why I have a new save file here. The first 24 stars work perfectly fine now, which is great. But because of that, I don't want to just cheat in the Bowser star, because then I'm gonna forget to test it. So we're gonna beat this legit. And Maya's theory regarding the assassination of Charlie Kirk? No, I have not seen that. What is his theory? I have decided just yesterday that I'm gonna read less news or politics, because I find you're either misinformed or you're uninformed, and I prefer being uninformed, actually. Hello Zelda. Was geht ab? I let out my inner YouTuber. This novel is working surprisingly well. This is before BioMX rework, so it's gonna look a lot better in the end, don't worry. Whoa. Okay, that's a big problem. I mean, just trying to beat this again without going into the cannon. After I'm going into the cannon and starting the browser fight. Thinking on the Yoshi sounds, the Yoshis. That is indeed not supposed to happen. You know what, we're just gonna place down the Yoshi villager without getting the star. That's fine. Hello, did you implement Sauron's audio optimization you talked about some time ago, and if yes, did it save anything? I have not. Sauron was thinking of redoing the audio engine. That was gonna be his project. I have not done it. And he has not done it either. I don't know if he's working on it or not. He's a very busy man. Okay. Let's write down the Yoshis we have. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fits. 0, green, formal, normal, and nice. Like Yoshi. 1, black, ice, mature Yoshi. 2, blue, intelligent. What else do we have? Cyan, Crybaby. Orange, lazy. Each Yoshi is supposed to have their own personality. Do you know how to edit Mars model cards if I'm using ROM Manager and not 564? Yeah, same way you do it in wait, what? You're using ROM Manager and not FAST64? Yes. Okay, you open your ROM, you go to 823B64 and you will see around 36 numbers. Those are Morris colors. I'm so cracked, dude. I just know the number. I'll show you. Do we have a ROM somewhere? When the hell would I have a ROM? Okay, I don't have ROMs, never mind. Memorize the address. Dude, I know like every address in the extended Mario 64 ROM. And I haven't even edited in the hex editor in like 7 years. This is riding a bike, you never unlearn it. You want me to give you a game share code? I can give you many game share codes just off the top of my head. I can just program in Game Shark like that. What game share code do you need? I got you. Case, what's Game Shark? Cheating. Maybe just gonna be modular for other 64 games. I need you to define what an optimization is for me to really answer that question. The principles of what I'm doing can be applied to any game. And even like the engine design could be taken over. At this point there's little Mario 64 engine design left over, I think. There's holidays, and I'm missing them. Let's see, let's put the normal Yoshi here. And the cool Yoshi would be hanging out around the beach. The intelligent Yoshi. The intelligent Yoshi feels like someone that would hang out around here at the top. And the crybaby. Crybaby one here. Well, I am planning to be at 0% Nintendo code at the end. Like, no Nintendo code at all. Project is on hold right now because I want to get Overworld 1 ready for a beta test, but after that I'm straight back to it. Just recently I reworked how all the level script comments behave and the main level scripts, and I am going to do like area processing next. You'll make a power version of this mod? You! Did I not tell you? You have to make the PAL version. Please don't tell me you forgot. You're saving me, buddy. Where's the cool Yoshi? Did I miss something? Green, black, blue, cyan. Oh, never mind. Maybe audio processing, Shadow Flower. Oh yeah, they're the Mario Kart Beach Crabs. They are like a really old import. There's a not 100% chance that they stay. Like, I'd much rather have them be 3D models that pinch you. I think that'd be much more in style. Okay, we have a problem. The Yoshis don't move. Look at them. Dumbasses. So today we're working on decorating the overworld. We want the Yoshis to move around more, to have the entire world be feeling alive. The thing is, there's 10 special Yoshis, so this is something we need to think about. There's 10 special Yoshis that give you missions. That's the current idea. These missions are like the comets in Mario Galaxy. how do we make sure the player knows that it's these 10 Yoshis that give you missions? Or is this a terrible idea to begin with? And maybe not these 10 Yoshi should give you missions, but like every Yoshi should give you one mission or something like that. Make them sparkle. Well, they have, maybe you saw this. You see the exclamation mark here? That's what they have right now. And then when you're in the level, the Yoshi is supposed to appear here, but he doesn't have a floating render here, which makes perfect sense. That's supposed to have a shadow. Will there be gay Luigi? In this version, no, but in the PAL part that you will have to work on, possibly. This is how it looks. You see how the Yoshi is like doing this? I did not think this mission would still work. We need a much better HUD for this though. Mission failed. So 0%. I haven't worked on it this week because I was working on making sure the first 5 levels work and are ready for a beta test. But yeah, do we actually want every single Yoshi to give you a mission instead, maybe? Although that would make the repeat missions less obvious, so... I think it's close to... maybe it's over 5 years, Sile. It's going pretty well, Solomon. We are right now working on decorating the overworld, but I'm thinking about maybe we need to change something about the Yoshi missions. Let me reiterate the idea here. So there's 11 different Yoshis that are special. These 11 Yoshis, if you make a certain amount of progress in the game, the Yoshis have an exclamation mark above their head in the overworld. And if you talk to them, they give you a mission. This mission brings you into one of the 15 courses where a Yoshi appears in the act select and he like waves at you. And if you do the mission that he's told you to do, you get an extra star. It's just like green comments. The one issue I see with this is that how are you gonna know that these 11 Yoshis are special? Would this not lead players to believe that other Yoshis on the island are also gonna have missions? Whenever for those special Yoshis when they give you missions, that would be the easiest idea. We could have only the first overworld Yoshis that give you special missions. No, I like the mechanic. I'm just thinking about all the possible confusions this could lead to. Zero development done. The programming for everything in the first part of the overworld is done, and now we're decorating it up because I want to run a beta test. So I want to get this to like 100%. When you make the net stretch on widescreen, as late as possible because we haven't finalized the UI. This is a free ROM hack? No. You know how hungry Lumas look very different from regular Lumas? Yes. Yes, this is a good example. These guys look very different. So that makes it immediately obvious. The way to get the special Yoshis? Yes. After you beat the first Bowser level, the special Yoshis start spawning. Because before that, they are captured by Bowser. Yes, Nam. I'm a little worried that if I put all the special Yoshis right here in the first overworld, that later overworld parts are going to feel a little less special. I don't know, I feel like many will be overlooked. If Yoshi for quiz 1 gets a task after the resource, no one will notice. The normal player will come back to part 1 every 5 seconds check when Yoshi got a task. Yes, yes. You're not supposed to come back every star. There's going to be like a map screen that tells you if there's something to do somewhere. You know how Mario Galaxy does it? Give them special drip. I agree with that. I think that might be the play. We could give each Yoshi like a special piece of drip. Let's see. Okay, what would the green Yoshi have? So, okay, if we give every single one of those Yoshis like a special thing that makes them stand out, and all the other Yoshis on the island are naked, that will work out. That will make it very clear which Yoshis are worth interacting with and which ones aren't. I think that is the play. This is the Yoshi model. Okay, so this one needs like a sleeping mask. This one maybe long eyelashes. The formal green one, the polite one. What would the polite one is like the real Yoshi, you know? That's the one you went on an adventure with. They give you stars, Samuel. Dark blue one. No, there's Boshi is actually in the game. There's an actual Boshi in the game. He has a completely different model. He looks a lot edgier. Based on formula thing for Mario franchise? No. I want them based on personality. So that we can make their personality part of the thing. Maybe like an Explorer head. Because, okay, this is also a thing I didn't mention. They all have special missions. So for the green one, we were thinking you find stars in very hidden spots. They're like green stars on Mario Galaxy. The black one would ask you to get a star without touching a coin. The blue one would give you a potion that changes your physics in some way. That completely changes the star. The cyan loses its teddy in a level. I don't like that. That's a shitty one. The orange one asks you to do something in less than some amount of A presses, which I think that's a very cool one. The pink one says her boyfriend is in level, go find him, he talks to you and then runs and you have to catch him. This is also a shitty one. The purple one it's like a point collecting mission from our galaxy. The red one is like a kill mission, kill a bunch of things. The white one gives you a riddle. The yellow one is a timed mission. And the brown one is a 100 coin star. So that's why the missions are kind of... Yes, exactly, Solomon. That's why I'm mentioning this. Yeah, but there's still two terrible ones. So in Adventure Knuckles Emerald type thing, we can't do that. We already have Yoshi coins. And Mini Mario, which also could just be a potion from the Yoshi. Can to be like a rabbit, but fail very badly. I don't see that. You mean to give them like bunny ears? Guys, please stop talking about release dates. We're trying to make the game. I do not want to engage in this topic of conversation. So if the green one is about finding a secret star, I think an Explorer head is good. The black one asks you to get a star without touching a coin because money is not everything in life, dude. I don't want Mario skins right now. Not a priority. Oswald? What's Oswald? Fuck. This looks ill. These are all great. Maybe make a unique egg in their hands. We're going with the drip, I think. Each Yoshi will have exactly 3 stars. Well, we don't need to come up with all of these right now. The brown one, of course, he has sunglasses. Cool one, he needs sunglasses. Especially Yoshi baby Yoshi, so grow adult upon completing their mission. On one hand, yes. On the other hand, I want them to unlock as soon as you beat the first Bowser level. And I don't think we want small children being abducted by Bowser. We're going to rock on the beach somewhere. We have a rock on the beach. Is there like a scientist hat we can give someone? What's a scientist hat? What does a scientist look like? What if we give him Albert Einstein hair? There are no rabbits in the game, except for the one level. No, they're gonna be 3 different courses per Yoshi tea time. I'm not adding the rabbits, no. Dr. Ein? Let me see that. Oh, this just looks like Einstein now. We can also change the personalities of the Yoshis, especially because some missions suck. Like, this one's fine, this one's fine, this one sucks, this one's fine, this one sucks. Yeah, they're all fine except for those two. Finding Teddy Bear and, yeah, which would be the Sassy Yoshi and the Crybaby Yoshi. Just returns the 7 deadly sins. Well, a lot of them are like that, right? There's the Anger Yoshi, there's the Lazy Yoshi. Big round glasses. You know what? That's a great idea. Alright. What would the Wise Yoshi have? Just a headband? Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe the Red Yoshi should have like a karate band. Okay, not like this. Headband. That's what I was thinking. Anytime I've seen this here in the middle of the ocean? No. Greedy and Gluttony Yoshi sounds fun. That is true. I don't think we have a Gluttony Yoshi. What would the Gluttony Yoshi mission be? Could it easily replace the cyan or pink one with that? Although Crybaby is really funny. Giving the Crybaby Yoshi a pacifier would be hilarious. Mustache. You know what? Fine. Mustache. I like that. Like a Yoshi stash. Surely that exists. You like fetch quests? What is a fetch quest? If you think about it, all of Mario 64 is a fetch quest, right? Having the sin of pride would be kind of cool, but weird. Having a mission with a person that is selfish. Wait, pride is being selfish? The character has doesn't expect to reward you. Well, it doesn't work because you can't carry stuff out of courses. It needs to be entirely in the course. Ideally, with these missions, these missions are things that people would give themselves as challenges. So maybe, what about the Cyan one? He's a crybaby. He doesn't like take damage. What if he plays under that? You have to find a star damageless. Yeah, and he's like fragile. How would a fragile person look like? What would they wear? A hamburger for the fat Yoshi? No, that's lame. That's a terrible mission. No one would like doing that. Some friends love yourself and basically believes in you and everything. What? No. That's Matsu. No, it has to be headgear. What if he was wearing an eggshell? Because he's a baby. He's a baby, of course. He's fragile, that's why he's wearing an eggshell, but also he's a baby, so he's still wearing his eggshell. That's awesome. I like that. To carry an active checkpoint, that is lame as hell. Construction helmet? Hell, that's kind of the opposite of fragile. So we still... Okay, we need one more replacement mission, and that is this boyfriend one, unless we can somehow think of a better way to do it. Calimero. What's that? Calimero. Oh! That's funny. I didn't know this existed. This is Calimero. It's a bird with half an egg. Yeah, that's basically what he is. The fighting Yoshi and Paper Mario 64 is a banger, dude. That guy is not a crybaby. A boyfriend is hidden and you have to find them. You know what? I feel like the girlies are not gonna like this one. I can't just make the pink one the girl Yoshi. That's like a bitch. That sucks. I was thinking that it would be a sassy Yoshi. If he'd one was lost his shoes. That's still not a good mission. Now he has an eggshell. Eggshell is a good one. I like eggshell a lot. What are other challenges people do in Mario 64? Capless? Nah. Coinless? Eh. Imageless? We already have that. The drunk Yoshi that fucks up Mario's control. The drunk driving Yoshi. And the cheerful fast one can wear feathers like Mario's wind cap. Wait a second. What if one of the Yoshis gave you like a power-up at the start of the level, but added some other thing that makes the level more difficult. Because the wing cap is fun as hell. We should use the wing cap more. We could do that with the pink one. The pink one gives you a mission where you start with the wing cap. Wing cap, but the floor is lava. How do you define what the floor is, though? That's the problem. Look at a random level and think about what the floor would be. The idea is great, don't get me wrong, it's just what here would be the floor. That I spawn on the floor. What if you spawned in with the wing cap and Mario immediately started flying and you had to touch the star without ever touching the floor? Which star would actually be collectible though? Like, yeah, I could collect that star with enough speed, but then if I give Mario that much speed, that's a boring star. The idea sounds enticing, but I cannot think of a single way to do it that doesn't suck. Even in this level here, there is like... Oops. No place to go. Yeah, I don't think that works. It's a cool idea, but we need a different idea. I think the wing cap is the play though. Well, Floor's lava are great, it's just... These missions don't have a dedicated star. They have a dedicated... Well, I guess we could add a star anywhere in the level, if we really wanted. It just needs to be communicated clearly to the player, is the problem. Wing cap plus timer could be a racing Yoshi or something. There is a time challenge already. Without a wing cap. What can we do with the wing cap? Maybe the wing cap is not the play after all. I usually require a boss battle challenge, like a harder boss battle. Oh, we already have one Yoshi that requires damageless, right? Oh, this is where to put the last Yoshi. Yes, this is better. That's very warm in there. How about some cannons? Cannons could be fun. It could just be placed down if I make a model for it. Someone we need to make 3 stars in the existing levels. And most of the time I want to reuse an existing star, just make it the player get it again. But that time with like an extra challenge. That's a lot of work, Darkois. Changing all the boss battles like that. I don't want to have to deal with maintaining a system like that. There's also the blue Yoshi, which, you know, gives you a physics change that makes the level a lot harder. That's the idea. So with that one we can get creative. Do we even want the Yoshi to be sassy? Maybe if we think of a new personality for the Yoshi first, we can think of that. What are the 7 deadly sins? What are those? 7 deadly. Please don't show me this pedophile enemy. Please no. Oh no, it's showing me the pedophile enemy. Okay, here, second image. Lust? Okay, we cannot put lust in here. Gluttony? We could put that. Pride? Yeah. Sloth, we already have that. Wrath, we already have that. Greed, we have that. Envy. Envy or gluttony would work. Captain Toad style challenge? You mean like no jumps? We already have the A button challenge. Whoa. How did that happen? That was trippy. Envy Yoshi would be just okay, but then what would the mission be? But do we really want an envious Yoshi? Like, a gluttonous Yoshi is kind of funny, an envious Yoshi is just an asshole. You can be friends with a glutton. You can't be friends with an envious person. So maybe envy is not the personality trait we want. Actually, why is gluttony a deadly sin? What's so bad about gluttony? That's like your personal issue, bro. Why are you treating this like it's going to ruin societal cohesion? All that happens is you get fat. Scared? We have a crybaby Yoshi. We could also have a scared one. Yep, exactly, Mika. That's why we're not doing that. So, one Yoshi that's like scary missions. There is lots of scary places in this game, so that wouldn't be so bad. How would you make a scary mission though? Like, in practice, what would a scary mission look like? There's like 200 small changes at this point. Mostly stuff that just makes everything work smoother. Like, you see how when I do this, and then I turn around, Mario turns around, he doesn't do this. That's a change. Schematic cosmetic Mario mission? It does not. No arguing any enemies. Nah, that wouldn't be something I have to implement into every enemy individually. That's like a check. No, we don't have a Cosmic Mario. I don't think that would be necessarily a good idea though. I don't think Cosmic Mario is very interesting. Yeah, that needs to be specially implemented by each level. Also not really double cap ports. Hidden invisible boost? That doesn't sound fun. We could also say, fuck it, there's only 9 or only 10 Yoshi missions. And then you get 4 stars from each for a total of 40 stars. Instead of 44. Maybe that's the play. You know, just say fuck it. Oh shit. Friction didn't work in Mario 64, so I fixed it, and now it broke a bunch of things, because a bunch of things just have the wrong friction set. That's what happens when you fix engine bugs, everything changes. Do you think a race to the finish sounds neat? I've been seeing people play that one Mario where they have to race to the top of the map with rising water. We have a race to the finish. I think the play is to just kill it. Fuck it. This Yoshi is gone. Brown Yoshi moves into its place. Pink is gone. Will there be stars in this game? Yes, like 200 of them. Although as it looks like right now, 40 of them is going to be Yoshi stars. What is all this stuff? Why do they all have special code like this? Ah. What's the point of this? Everyone but 4 right now should be unified. Okay. I think I like this better now. We got rid of 2 bad missions, we added 1 good mission. The Yoshis are still not walking as intended, which is a problem. Let's see why that happens. Nah, that sounds too jank, Bonvo. I don't think that would be very fun. Is the background going? I'm not sure if he's working on it right now. It's a little bit concerning. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I see. It's a Project 64 issue. This is why the Yoshis weren't working. I think. I mean, that was definitely an issue. Interesting. didn't find freebie. I said A2 freebie 64, that's the address. 3 as in the number after 2. Are you trolling me? I think I'm being trolled. No, I think you're right, T-Time. There's a good chance that that's gonna happen. The Restream's going to line up in the final release. No, we're thinking of making the entire game good, and then the lighthouse is just completely fucked up. You know, just like to add a little spice. You know how like cooks sometimes add like bitter spices to their food? It's kind of like that. Oh, howdy Yoshi's Walk. Until they eventually get stuck. Interesting. So they walk first and they get stuck? Huh. They also seem to have trouble walking. Then they get stuck in looking around forever. I think they got stuck forever because Project 64 has a bug with our RNG function where the lower bits don't randomize, which is a huge issue. But it is the emulator we have to deal with for now, so it is what it is. No, he still gets stuck. Let me check this one again. Not just optimization, but also like game design and trying to put custom IP into the game. See, I'm kind of hoping at this point Nintendo does DMCA us, so I have an excuse to turn this into my own game. Does the animation loop? Is that the issue? Is the animation set to loop when I re-imported it? That has to be it. See, he's supposed to play his animation, and then after the animation, he stops the animation and goes back to normal. But if the animation is set to loop, which means if the flag is not set to 1, which it was not, he would look around forever. Hello, Rocket Man. Oh, now the Yoshi is just stuck forever. Makes sense. It's because the animation frames changed. This is a really old jank code, which is why some things are not so clean and why they broke. Are there so many new people today that are all like, is this case? Okay, now the Yoshis are walking properly, but sometimes they walk in place, like that. I don't like that at all. That's weird, right? Action becomes 1 and we generate a target. The action is at least, the target is at least 250 units away. So that should be fine. So something in the walking action state makes him go into place. Okay, we can actually also do this better, because the engine upgraded so much since we did this. Yeah, let me actually check out how that looks. Okay, the axle is way... oh wait. No wonder the axle is basically 0. But I saw that he did the animation without doing anything. Weird. Is there another animation here? Idle walk idle. Oh, I see. The animation 0 does go idle walk idle. That's why. Look at the animation right here. This is why it's happening. Oh my god, we didn't have fake users here. That is a huge problem. We probably lost a lot of animations because of that. Fuck. Then I forgot to put fake users here. And these are all old. Okay. Here you see the exact animation that played in game. See, he's idle, and then he does a walk animation, and then he returns to idle. So this is why. Okay. So we need this here. And then during the walk action state, we actually want to use animation 0 here. Raw blue point is at 130. Oops. Walk loop frames. It goes from 130 to. Check this out here. No, it's more like 125 to 85. Yep, that looks right. And then maybe we should make the animation a little bit slower, because this is gonna look weird if we do it like that. It would look like a bunch of frames are missing if we did it like this. Oops. That's actually 50 frames. Alright. That should do it. So this goes to 100 now. And this is 175. This is completely brain rotted. This should not be like this. Animation axle should not change, actually. Or should? You know what? We might have to. This might look weird, this might look correct, I'm not sure. Let's have a minimum animation speed here as well, just to be safe. Alright, now I need to export the animation, which is one step I'm a little bit scared of.
Hi,
Guess this just got
Kage.
reworked. Hello! Who donated? Game Day! Thank you for the 3 months. Such a good streamer. Thanking all my viewers. Error has scale is defined. Cool. What happened here? What hell happened here? This is a bug report for Leela. What the fuck did it do to my file? I don't think it likes that there's comments in here. Could that be? Nope. It just completely destroys my file. I don't know why fast64 just completely destroys the file when you export an animation. That is a little bit crazy. Zayna did not install Linux, no. At least not to my knowledge. Oops. Why did it move my Yoshi into the ground? I guess I have to re-export all animations. That's gonna be annoying. What the fuck? Looks like the animations are looping wrong. Or not at all even. Like the Yoshis are beginning to walk. Yeah. Okay. I need to set the minimum animation frame, the frame they start walking, to like 75. Now they slide up. The mopping upwards like that is known because I have to re-export the animation. That looked kind of fine. But now he froze. The animation is not set to loop. That's why. And I have to... Okay, wait, for a second I thought all my animations just suddenly were gone. Wait, they are gone! Where are my animations? Wait, what? Oh my god. I can't undo. An illuminator? No, it's just a bug from the Fast64 animation rework. I'm sure it will get fixed. Yeah. Right now what happens is, yeah, like that. In the end they do a little bit of walking on the spot, which is pretty ugly. But it's looking closer to what we want. So the reason they're walking on the spot is... Oh god, wait. How many loops of walking is this? Why is there so many loops of walking? Oh wait, we kinda need that. How can I make this clean? I don't want to add like 2 more animations for fade in and fade out. We got that, and then... Why don't we just go from here to here? With 35. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, I see that now. But there were like 2 loops of walking in there, which made it so that when they transitioned, they would like slide across the floor for a bit. What did it do now? Huh? my god. So many bugs in the tooling. I think I have to just make clean and that will fix itself. I'm sure this will fix the Yoshi. This is, I think, because of Arthur's Troll. Arthur's Troll converts the animations from Euler to Quaternion. Problem seems to be that it doesn't always do that before building the file that goes into the ROM, so sometimes we just build the file with Euler angles. And then it looks like that. Hey, it works. Quaternions in 3 sentences. I mean, that's very easy depending on how long of a sentence you can make and how complex of an explanation you need for the quaternions. What I said just now was only 1 sentence. Looks pretty nice now. I think that works pretty well. That's a weird jump. Yeah, you think that looks weird with a moon jump? You don't think the moon jump should be in the final game? No way. Zena, I think a bunch of these animations are missing. Is that like intended? Like, are they just not done? I don't actually remember whether they were done or not. What the fuck? Lila! Stream audio keeps cutting out. Am I talking too quiet? Oops. Here, Arthur, it sometimes does that. You see this? Your tool, like, converts the animations after the .o file is built. It's over for you too. I need to make clean when that happens. It's just reading garbage now. Not sure why that would happen. It's not added correctly as a dependence in makefile. I can probably just ask Mecha Hitler how to fix that. Remember how many animations we had for Yoshi's? Like 10 so far? Well, this is a Yoshi animation, not Mario animation. You didn't find it? You didn't find Mario's color? No, it's not on the behavior bank manager. It's at A23B64. Just open a hex editor. HXD. Is there a ROM hack? Do I have one ROM hack on my entire drive, please? Just one. .z64? I do not have a ROM hack. I cannot show you how to do it. Maybe in my downloads folder. Standard ROM Casa. Right here. That's where Mars Colors is. 0007F. That's his overalls. Right here. 2828, that's the lighting direction. 7F00, that's his cap. How do you not see it? Gloves are here. And this is his shoes. This is... something yellowish. His skin! It's his skin. And this also looks like his shoes. Maybe that's his hair. So obvious. So you commented on the YouTube video about the move and mentioned having the sound effect use stereo channels to appear more dynamic when panning and anything is possible by the engine. It is possible, I'm not sure I like it. Wait, Pants wrote something and I missed it? Oh, he gave you a definition of quaternion. Nobody does that, you just saw it live. I told you to open a hex editor. How are you going to ROM manager and look at A23B64? Told you to use a hex editor. I mean, I guess there's maybe a hex editor in ROM manager, but that fully characterizes quaternions up to isomorphism. Wait. Let me read that again. An element in a finite dimensional associative non-commutative division algebra. Really? So quaternions can be any dimension? Associative non-commutative division algebra. Or is it just the only associative non-commutative division algebra possible is 4-dimensional? Is that it? This is basically like a riddle. The latter. Define what a human is. Something that has 4 legs in the morning and 2 legs in the noon and 3 legs in the evening. You get what I mean. I hate that riddle. It is the worst riddle. Which one's the brown one? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. This is no longer the case. Follow some Frobenius theorem. I believe you, but obviously, like, it's a ridiculous way to define it. But I mean, it is fair enough, right? Like, if you can prove that that's the only thing that describes quaternions, then yeah, why not? There's no real way. Well, the riddles, you know. Fuck the Sphinx. If I got killed for getting that riddle wrong, I'd be so mad. I'd be in the afterlife being like, dude, that's not how time works, bro. People don't age in one day. Anyway, time to disperse more Yoshis over the overworld. We have all up to the brown one. So where do we put these guys? I think I want the red one here. The red one's pissed. I think it'd be very fitting if he was next to the Bowser statue to like imply that he destroyed the Bowser statue. Where did it go? See, the brown one is cool. He's wearing sunglasses. I feel like the brown one would be in the third part of the overworld then. The purple one is fabulous. He also would be in the third part, I think. The white one is absent-minded and introverted. He feels like someone that would hang out somewhere alone. Maybe around here. And then we have a cheerful one. He also feels like he would be in the last part of the world. So just two in here. That's fine. Let's put the fabulous one here. Cheerful one here. And the cool guy, where would the cool guy hang out? Maybe on the island. Dude, there's actually one text box in RTYI that, like, now that everyone's talking about Epstein Island, is like terrible. There's just like one Koopa that's like, what was I doing on the island? Big Koopa secret. And it's like, you just see this guy and you think, what the fuck is this alluding to? See, the thing is, there's an island in the level that you cannot reach on the first 2 stars, and on the 3rd star, he is no longer on the island, while on the first 2 you can just see him and theorize what he's doing up there. So when you then finally see him, it makes sense in that context. But out of context, it just sounds like an Epstein Island joke. Which this game is not intending to do. Guys, what has 2 legs in the morning, 1 leg in the afternoon, and then 2 legs in the evening? This riddle is just as good as the Sphinx one. This guy is mauling. I also just noticed that the top lip does not look. Lizard, good guess, but wrong. I know the answer, it's a quaternion, also wrong. These levels still feel super empty. We need like tons of little grasshoppers and animals. He calls you Darlinky? What the Varia doing? He's ripping you off, dude. 1,000 coins for a star. Hello, excellent gamer. Okay. I think my biggest problem with this is the density of the earlier area here. It feels a little bit Hyrule fieldy. Maybe we should shrink the whole area a little bit. Make it less big and open. I think that might be the only correct play here. What about area 2? Is that one too big? This jump feels too big to do for something so early. Like, I fear this will happen. That needs to be lower. Okay, we need to shrink part of the overworld a little bit. Right now, I don't think this would be very fun to deal with. Well, there's a little bit of a problem with how much we can shrink it before the entire world kind of falls apart. Shit. Okay, let me just back this up on GitHub, just so I'm safe. Like, no matter what I do, I don't want to completely ruin my file here. That was a decal issue. There really isn't much we can do about that on the N64. It is also a little weird on emulator, so that might not actually happen on the real N64. Oh, 500. Someone remember 500? Another 500, so now we're at 1,000. $1,500. Is that enough? 1,500. Definitely a lot less bad now. Let's go with 1.5 first. Check out how it looks. What the hell? Unselect this, please. There we go. We need to reconnect the tunnel here. This is why we didn't finish the overworld right away, and why so much of the overworld still looks rough. Because stuff like this happens. Hello, Smudge. Hello, Lord Jeta Jäger. Hello, Game David. No, you've been here before. Hey guys, I have a riddle for you. What's the size of a penny on the first day, the size of 2 pennies on the second day, and the size of 4 pennies on the third day? Follow-up question, how do we stop it? It's the penny. And you have to shoot it into outer space. That's the only way. You have to shoot it before it grows too much. Debugging Yoshi Overworld has taught me anything. It's that more waterfalls and rainbows are needed. It's crazy how much people like the Debugging Overworld. Isn't the game basically just... like, isn't the overworld just a glorified level select? Okay, this feels a lot better. It's still too much, but it feels a lot better. We can further reduce it for sure. Okay, never mind. No big deal. Easy fix. Yeah, that's true. I do think the overworld is the most important part of Mario 64 specifically. Okay. I want to shorten this part here. This part's too much. Way too much. We have to change a lot here, actually. Shit. Oh well. Good thing we found this sooner rather than later. Thousand on X and Y. 1000 on both. Yeah. Do another 500. 2000 and 1000. I think those are good numbers. Yeah. 2,000 and 1,000. Oh, that leads to issues here, but that's for later. Adding proportions? Not just proportions. I'm moving the overworld closer together because stuff is too far away from each other right now, and you have to do too much traversal in a way that wouldn't be fun. So I'm fixing that. And we basically just removed around 4,000 units of ground traversal. That's like 2 to 3 long jumps worth of space just gone. That makes this cave here kinda awkward. How do we fix the cave? Any critters for the overworld? We have grasshoppers we can easily put, and we have dragonflies, technically. Although the dragonflies might be a bit harder to place. Yeah, so I'm definitely putting grasshoppers all over the place. We already have crabs, we have seagulls. Not sure what else we're gonna put. We have to do it as appropriate per level. I think hermit crabs are very cool, but we already have crabs, so eh. So it's about exporting typical techniques used in Blender to achieve texture blending, or do you have to use some workaround? Techniques used in Blender? Like, do you mean like techniques that would be used in normal Blender modeling? Because we cannot use modern materials at all. But Fast64 does export pretty much anything the N64 supports. There's some minor, like, small edge cases that it cannot do yet, but the grand majority of things, like 99.9 things, % of things that I want to do, it can just do. Must be the same as the Mario 64? Almost. They are a little bit updated, but they still have the Mario 64 form shape. This area might be weird rendering-wise. Oh well. Hello, Miguelito. Alright, let's take another look. With the 2 or 3 long jumps removed, we should have a little bit less just running forward. Which is very much appreciated, I think. Although there's some part of this that I still want to scale down, but I want to get preliminary idea of what's going on. If I know how to do it, nice. But you don't need to search, you can just jump to it. Like, I think this part should be reduced. Because when you spawn here, 2 long jumps here, way too much. It should be 1 at the most. And then this is a bit much. Looking 4K? I don't know. I don't have a 4K monitor. Can we just change the coastline like that? Like this, honestly, I think that's gonna look pretty good. Shouldn't be an issue at all. Nice. Oh, this is a bit of a problem. We'll have to fix this one. You know what? I'll just move the beach shell here. Alright, let's get another view. Because you know, uncertainty high skins make integrated games look weird, but the original seems to look a lot better. Yeah, it's probably additional texture resolutions and polygons and everything. When you get a chance, check your email. The bomb authorization is only available for 64. It is not, but I will check my email. After watching it, I found this already an option for the world. You can enable the option, but it doesn't merge the vertices and it doesn't rotate the vertices, so... For changing the color, you must delete the color trees to get a new one under the same name. What? This is... to be honest, this is nonsense. I don't think you understood what the flat shading flag is supposed to accomplish. Unfortunately. It's it needs to merge vertices in the same location and rotate the triangle indices in a way where the first vertex also has the normal for the whole triangle. So in FAST64 you can turn on flat shading, but it doesn't merge or rotate the triangle indices. And the code you first sent me looked like it just merges them by distance, which also doesn't rotate the triangle indices and will break everything. So the way FAST64 handles it right now, it doesn't break anything, but it also doesn't take advantage of the optimization. I don't think it's 8 backflips anymore with this setup, so we're gonna have to change the text there a little bit. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why is it more? Wait, we made everything smaller. Why would it be more? Huh? Oh, I didn't move the C sharp, that's why. Okay, well, I guess I want it to be even smaller, actually. Then we're making this overworld so small. Male rock formation? No, that's not what it is. It's not a Gachi Muchi rock. Honestly, this is a really interesting coastline shape. I like this. Nice, have fun procrastinating on the other thing. Ah, fuck. Why did this swap go here? I know why. Oops. But it could also just be a circle with an arrow. You know, it doesn't have to be something sus. So a lot of things are going to be very offset now. Which is fine. But we will have to fix those things afterwards. Which is a bummer. It's a circle with an arrow. It's not the male symbol. Also, boys rule, girls rule. So, keep that in mind. Cancel? No! Don't clip that! How much Sticker Brush Symphony have I listened to right now? This... I need something else. Oh, it's because we finished Terraria. I don't know what to listen to next. Cannot listen to Sticker Brush Symphony anymore. Who made the OST for that game, Donkey Kong Country? It's David Wise, right? Please tell me it's David Wise. It is David Wise. I fucking knew it. Okay, the swings look fine. Some of the graves are a bit weirdly positioned. How much would it cost if the water be moving mesh of some sort? The whole water is a moving mesh. Oops, microphone fell onto me. Can you not see the water move? It is a fairly expensive effect, but we have it. Yeah, I'm thinking, does it need to be even smaller? We're kind of minimizing it right now. We're min-maxing the overworld in a way. It's both animated texture and a moving mesh. The movement is pretty minimal, so that's probably why you didn't see it. But if the movement's more than that, it messes with the visuals of swimming, so yeah. If it looks that weird to run up a swing, maybe I should just make it not walkable. Yeah, I'm putting random music on. You guys have to deal with this now. I think this is ultimately what we go with. Something like this. That did fuck the entire level, but we can fix it. Sometimes you need to go down to go up, you know? The wise man is supposed to make. And he was right. This seems like Adventures got a really nice vibe. Yeah, I like that one too. Oh, this is a weird angle. Oh, not pretty fixable. Mm. The location of the seashell is kind of shitty now. Oops. Let's move it over here so it's right in the path. Alright, I think we have fixed this overworld here being way too big. Hello, Bingus. Avoid the local maximums, going backwards to go forward is good philosophy. Especially in software development. If you're making software and you're scared to go back, you're just gonna have to hack together stuff over and over, and then you have to build hacks on your hacks. And you're gonna end up with a pile of shit. See issue with aiming big? Graphics or gameplay? Gameplay. It sucked to just do 4 long jumps in a row. Some amount of bigness is not preventable due to the way the transitions here work with the fade-ins and stuff. But we should minimize it at least. Where's the seashell? There! Oh my god. It's all the way over here. Okay, we need to update the hint. No, that's a bad one. I think that works better. Obviously the UV map here is not completely fucked, but it just needs to look good enough for the first playtest. I think this works. There's still quite a bit of a long stretch of nothing, but I think it needs to be there for the transition to look fine. Otherwise, the loading transition is going to be too obvious, so that sucks. The general sense of scale, but more condensed. Yeah. It makes it feel more lived in too. Let's put down a bunch of grasshoppers here. Alright, let's get a new idea of what this level feels like right now. Let's get it without the Yoshi, guys. Guess that's what we're actually gonna be looking at. This guy between the is going to change with release. Yes, so in the final version, the way this is going to work is that there is not going to be any warps anymore. It is going to be seamless. So every area is going to have to render every area next to it, which means we have to do some special model stuff. But of course we don't want to do that yet, because if we do it now, then we're gonna have to do that work over and over. Okay, maybe a few many grasshoppers here. Yeah, I'm gonna remove 2 of them. That's too much. Oh good, only 2 grasshoppers. More than that is overkill. I also like how it makes this island here feel much like off to the side now, compared to before, where it was almost part of the main island. And it's giving this a very unique shape, which is good. Wow, Klepto. And of course this needs to render the actual cave here. But it doesn't look like we fucked the cave up too much here. Which is good. Yeah, the textures are temporary. This is still version 1 of the Overworld, which is before Biobag actually makes it pretty. Everything you see here right now is just me putting in like a version 1 to communicate the idea to the guy that will actually make the model in the end. I kind of wish there was a way to reduce the size even more. Any new videos coming soon? I'm making a video about the sound engine. That one's fully scripted, I just need to record all the footage and stuff. And then after that, maybe one about the exclamation boxes? I don't know. If you have an idea for a video you want to see, I can make it about that maybe. But I kinda do not like making videos, like gathering all the footage is bad. The scripting I don't mind, but gathering the footage, holy shit, I hate it. YouTubers, when you ask them to do their job, no! This is kind of pointless and we can remove it, actually. This whole part here. And just going forward. It doesn't hide the transition even. Fuck it. It's gonna be gone.
Jeden Freitagabend am Dach vom Parkhaus sieht sie Sterne, steht wieder auf. Ist zwar dunkel, doch sie sieht jetzt Farben, die Gesichter nicht mehr grau.
Yeah, I would say this is even better. Yeah, unfinished room feels cavernous. A room with finished decorations feels cozy and small. True. Which everything? Wow. I need video ideas. I'm curious about what features of the X3 have you yet to make use of? Well, I haven't done the occlusion planes yet. Finished the base of the overworld. I finished programming everything for the first part of the overworld. And now I want to decorate the first part of the overworld and make sure the first 5 courses work fine, which I have been on the progress of. I made sure course 1 and 2 and 3 work fine. 4 and 5 are still missing, and the boss level is still missing. And then once that is done, we can finally get the test done for the first overworld. Are you done decorating anything? So far we've only added really the Yoshis and a bunch of grasshoppers. And we've made the overworld parts a little more cozy. Nothing too much. I haven't like added flowers or anything like that yet. I think we're probably gonna have one more decorating stream or two. I'll be honest, I am done for now. The food tech needs to look more colorful, blends in too much with the rest of the island, doesn't look sweet enough. You are absolutely correct. If you have ideas on how to improve it, I am absolutely up for it. But for now, I think I'm going offline. Still, I'll see you guys next stream. Bye bye.